We're trying to see if the loader will go in here or not. It was the Girl Pig's Wallow, but it seems to be pretty stable on the bottom. I think it's not sinking any worse than it was anywhere over there. It was the Girl Pig's Wallow, but it seems to be pretty stable on the bottom. I think it's not sinking any worse than it was anywhere over there. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be sinking any worse over here than it was over there. I just didn't know how far forward you were going to go, and I didn't want you to get the corner in the building. Yeah. And this is the second night we've been out working on that side of the fence. The first couple posts we drove were touching the string, so they're a little too far out. And then about the third and fourth one in, we couldn't get them to go as deep. I think we're starting to hit roots from these trees. So we came in from this side tonight and got the first couple in. That third one though, that's all the farther we can get it in right now. So we're trying to think of what other options we might have, because this hammer just isn't big enough. So we might have to rent a bigger hammer. Well, I don't know if in this video we're gonna actually be able to show you getting anything accomplished or not. I talked about those side poles where we couldn't get several of them in because of the tree roots. So yesterday, after work, we got this fence line set, and it's pretty much perfectly in line. And we thought, oh, this will be easy because there's no tree roots. It should just be easy ground. But I don't know if you can see by the height of them all, they did not go in nearly as far as we need them to. So I don't know if we're hitting gravel underneath or if it's just really rocky soil under this little top layer of dirt. So I don't really know. The forecast has rain pretty much solid for the rest of the week. So we're gonna try to get up here and just get what little bit we can done before it starts raining and this just turns into a soupy, muddy mess again. We had talked about renting a post pounder, but I think the rental place is closed until Monday, so that's not gonna help us for this weekend. So we thought, well, we're not gonna be able to get probably these 1, 2, 3 poles in because of the concrete and whatever, but maybe we can get the 5 or 6 down there in. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we run into rocks or something and we can't. For as easy as that back fence line went in, it was really kind of deceiving for us, because I would have thought this front would have gone in just as well. I think part of the problem Sam was saying is the angle. So instead of the weight being on the front on the bucket, it was towards the rear. So it just didn't really have the power to push when it started getting resistance from the ground. So aside from all of that, it's January 1st. So Happy New Year. 2025 was exciting and frustrating in a lot of different ways. We definitely had our hats handed to us by Mother Nature, and we may continue to do that this year, but hopefully we can time things a little better and do things a little different. I'm super excited, like I said, that we've sort of acquired cows. They don't live here yet, but as soon as we can get this fencing thing up, then maybe we can at least move them over here. This is quite the obstacle course. I don't know if you can see it. I've got this orange string line that I'm trying not to hit. We've got a power cord, which isn't a big deal, and then we got the fence cord. So looking at Miss Poppy, I don't know if her underline looks like she's a couple weeks away from having piglets. So I don't know. We'll wait out this month and just kind of see, but I'm not not seeing all the signs that I usually would see if she was pretty close to farrowing. So we may end up having to do something different with our pig situation, but I'm gonna worry about that when it happens. And then we have something very exciting happening in the next 2 or 3 days, I hope, that I can't wait to show you about that. A little spoiler alert or foreshadowing. Mom, you nailed it on one of the comments that you made a while back in one of our videos. I think it was with Sam and the gravel pit. So I don't know if you remember what you said then or not, and I thought, no, we won't ever do that, and now it turns out we are. So yeah, until I can show you more and tell you more about it, that's all I'm going to say about that. But stay tuned because we're really excited, and I will explain more when it happens. So it's a brisk 28 degrees out here, which it actually doesn't feel bad because there's not very much moisture. So I guess just like there's dry heat, there's dry cold. So because there's no wind and there's not a lot of moisture, it's actually kind of not too terrible out here. So we're gonna just see what we can get done before the rains potentially start. So I'm hoping we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 posts in. So Sam cut the pipe. We've got a really big hammer. The ground's mostly flat. Even though there's a little bit of frost on it, I don't think it's super frozen, so it shouldn't be, air quote, too hard to get through the ground, but things haven't always gone according to plan. So yeah, hopefully I'll have an update and we'll have gotten something done over here. Thank you for all your support this last year. We're very excited about this coming up year, and we hope that you will continue to join us and follow along. Okay, well, as you can tell by the varying heights, not all the poles went in as far as we wanted them to. I think the ones down at the very end, those first couple I think are right. The rest of them are going to need a little bit of a bigger hammer to help persuade them. And I think the saying is a little bit of information is a dangerous thing or something like that. The rental place is open tomorrow, Friday, so I think we'll be renting a post pounder and trying to get some of these taller ones that didn't, wow, that's really up there, that didn't want to go all the way in. We'll be persuading those to get in there. And so hopefully I'll get to show you some of that at work, but probably not in this video. But the precipitation has started, so I don't know how much more we're gonna do out here. It's starting to get kind of cold. I think this might just be it for right now. So except for these 3 here, I think it's 3 or 4 over here, and then 1 in between a couple of those over there, and those few between the trees. All the posts are at least poked into the ground a little ways. So it's a start. I'm excited to see kind of the outline perimeter of it coming into shape. So then I think after we get the posts in, the next step is to get the top rail on. And Sam said that some of that will pull, like the ones that are too far in or out, we can kind of help influence that with that top rail. So you will see that in the future, I am sure. Okay, so this is the next step in the project process, both, I guess. So Sam has come out and notched the tops of the posts, these 3 and those 2, and I think he might be getting ready to work on those. It's just been sprinkling off and on since we put those last posts in this morning, And it is a muddy, muddy, slick mess. I almost fell just standing still out here. It's crazy how quick it can change. And this is what the top rail is going to look like sitting on there. He'll need two. So there's the pieces that he's cut off. And then those two will join together and he'll weld those. And then down here, these two pieces screw together, and then there's just that cute little kind of collar between them. So every, I think what he said, 30 feet or something, there's gonna be one of those. So I'm gonna watch him get ready to notch this next post really quick. So Sam has this cool little stencil tool.
Stencil tool?
Is that not what it is?
Exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is. So then he gets his handy dandy marker that writes in the rain. And
grease, dirt.
That's awesome.
Wonky marker.
And then draws those little pieces, and then that thing comes off, and then he just cuts them with the grinder really quick. So. Okay, so now you just have to do that 3 more times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Probably quicker ways, but this is how we're doing it.
Can I push this one up and over? That's awesome. Don't fall down.
Might have to just to see what it looks like.
Might have to do what?
Go get a pipe wrench.
Oh.
Or two. Yeah, that's a little bummer. Yeah. Little bowing work, just the
Oh.
slight inconsistencies with our height.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, ground to top of pipe is right. It's following the terrain versus
Oh.
can't level mud right now.
Right.
So it is what it is. It'll be fine.
So we're gonna stop this right here until the next part of the process. So thanks for watching.